And welcome to Roadside Notes. I'm Christopher, the Route 66 Chaplain, and, well, these are readings from the Faith and Good Courage Journal found at faithandgoodcourage.com. These are stories from the road, a little grace for the miles ahead, and always a reminder that hope still travels with us. This for my journal entry on November 13th, 2025, Staying True at the Bottom. It's a quiet strength. Staying true at the bottom sounds like a strange kind of goal in a world that keeps telling us to keep climbing. Yet lately I've realized the higher some people rise, the harder it is to hear the still small voice that speaks through everyday grace. The bottom has its own wisdom. It's where the noise quiets and the lessons stay close enough to touch. It's where humility still buys coffee for a stranger and success looks like service more than a spotlight. I thought about that while driving through Kingman last week, watching the sunrise brush against the windows of a half-empty diner. The cook was out front, wiping the counter. The waitress hummed along with a tired radio, and the regulars were all nursing their mugs like old friends. None of them were famous, yet every one of them mattered. That's what hit me. Maybe success isn't about climbing to the top, it's about staying true at the bottom. The people down here, well, they still look into each other's eyes. They still remember names. And they still know what gratitude sounds like when it isn't recorded. The climb tempts us with applause. It tells us our worth rises by our titles, our numbers, and our followers. But truth travels quieter than ambition. You see, down here, you learn to measure days by kindness given and peace kept. You learn that a good reputation isn't something you post, it's something you live. The ones who stay grounded aren't lazy. They're faithful. They keep the lights on for others. They know how to sweep the floor and thank the person who brings more cream for their coffee. That's not small. That's sacred. When I started Faith and Good Courage, I thought the goal was to grow the platform. I was wrong. The goal was to grow the heart. This work has never been about me climbing higher. It's been about kneeling lower. The bottom is where grace gathers, where compassion gets its hands dirty, and where people see the gospel lived instead of preached. That's why I'd rather stay small and honest than, well, big and hollow. Here at the bottom, you can still feel the pulse of the road and the people who walk it and the people who drive it. I've met travelers who've lost everything except their integrity, and I envy them more than I do the ones driving luxury cars to empty destinations. Down here, the air is cleaner. The talk is real. The gratitude runs deep. Staying true at the bottom means you no longer chase ladders, you build tables. You stop counting achievements and start counting the moments that made someone else's day lighter. Give me 5 minutes and I'll give you hope. That's success enough for me. In my roadside reflection, if you ever find yourself feeling behind, take heart. The bottom isn't failure. It's foundation. It's where faith gets tested and shaped into something unshakable. Stay steady there. Look people in the eye. Tell the truth even when no one's looking. You know, we spend our lives reaching for higher ground, but the truest victories happen when we stay rooted in grace. Stay true at the bottom. Keep our hearts aligned with what matters. Kindness, honesty, and faith. That still works hard even when no one is watching. The world may climb, but the wise remain steady, grounded, and grateful right where grace found them. Travel well, my friends. Have faith and good courage.